Hello and welcome to Let's Play Hard Truck 2. I know I've certainly made my share of Hard Truck 2 videos in the past, but I never tried making a regular Let's Play of it, and I've got some fancy software now for it, and I figure why not, you know? So let's start something easy, something in the direction of my favorite repair station over by Westwood, because it's my favorite because you can get anything from that repair station. So, you know, why run around all over the place looking for specific parts that you can upgrade when you can just go to one station and do it all. The one by Westwood you can do that with, and I think the one by North Harbor, maybe there's one thing you can't get, but there's the Nav Eagle right off the bat, by the way. I must have done something right somewhere along the lines, because now I'm starting off with some rare trucks right off the bat. And that's nice. I like that because I don't have to wander around and figure out if I have them or not. They're right there. As far as cheating, I will use free repair and free recover. You know, I've gotten used to using those so much over the years now that I've been playing this game that, you know, I don't even consider it cheating anymore. In fact, I better put those cheat codes in now, so I didn't do that yet. If you somehow don't know about these yet, all you do is you hit pause and type in free recover, all one word, and free repair, all one word. Free recover, if you need to get flipped back over, or if you're about to fly into a river or something like that, you hit, I think it's Control F5? Control 5? Boy, it's been a while since I've played this. It just do it automatically. It's Control 5. And then free repair is the one that you're really going to be using a lot. That is, you know, your truck gets broken up, you can just hit backspace and it repairs you. But the thing I like about free repair, and one of the reasons why I don't consider it too much of a cheat, oh come on, I gotta upgrade this truck. The reason why I don't consider it too terribly much of a cheat is because it does not fix up your brakes or what is it? I don't know, it's brakes and tires. Yeah. Alright, I'll put this one. Yeah, so the only way to get your brakes and tires replaced, because you know those gauges go down after a while, is to go through a repair station while you're down at least a notch on your truck gauge. Wow, I couldn't even stop, and I was holding the brake down too. That was pretty good. Let's see if I remember how I set this up. Reverse. There it goes. But, yeah, where's my parking brake? There. Oh, come on. Okay. Let's see, forced engine, more power, oil additive, sure, it's cheap. Brakes, adjustable suspension. I get pretty much everything here. Yeah, I'll be able to pay it off pretty quick. I even get bulletproof glass, yep, I'll show you why when it comes up. Off-road tires, not highlight tires, I always go for. More fuel is always good, not the horn. Cargo scanner, yes. Okay, let's get going. And, oh yeah, much better already. Come on. And, as you can see, I'm using my steering wheel. I don't always play with the steering wheel. It's quite easy to drive with the keyboard. It can be almost easier driving with the keyboard sometimes. But you know, the steering wheel's fun. It's more realistic, obviously. Of course, this is a tiny little Ferrari steering wheel, I think is what they call it. I forget where I found it online. I got it for like 20-25 bucks, something like that. It's very cheap. the clamping mechanism that holds it down actually broke. It was plastic and it just snapped right in half, you know, because you set it up on your desk and it keeps on sliding around, so you keep on tightening it. And you know, it drives you nuts because it's sliding, you keep on tightening it, and eventually you just break the clamp. So what I did is I just screwed the damn thing down to a piece of plywood. But that's why it's sticking out so far away from the computer desk. And for some strange reason, you know, it's got some pedals with it too, but for some strange reason, if I don't install the patch for Hard Truck 2, then it does not recognize the pedals. If I don't use the patch, then the pedals won't work. But thankfully, this steering wheel has a mapping system, so I mapped these two paddles here to gas and brake. So, and I mapped them to the pedals. That's what I meant to say. So, so now I can hit the pedals with my foot, and it's the same thing. See, I can brake with this, and I can hit the gas with this if I wanted to. So it works. I made it work, but what I had to sacrifice is with the patch installed, I can upshift and downshift with these, and that's really useful, especially if you want to go manual. So, I mean, I can still upshift and downshift with two different buttons on the front of the steering wheel, but it's just different. You know, it's not the same. You know, you get used to doing it one way, and then it's kind of annoying to do it a different way. And also, the start button. Everything's mappable on the steering wheel, but for some reason that start button doesn't work without the patch either. And that used to be my map button, which was very useful. And, oh, that's the brake. Yeah, what's that do? Doesn't do anything. Oh, that's the trailer. Sorry, I'm figuring out how I set up my buttons. And one thing I know I didn't do is I didn't look at the clock before I started recording. And I'm recording with fraps, which means if I do this for too long, the file size is just going to be insane. And what's really crazy is I'm doing you know, fraps for the video game, and then I'm using Camtasia for the sound and the camera. So it's a double whammy. Definitely only going to be able to make one video at a time, which sucks. But they're probably going to be pretty long. Because yeah, I mean, maybe if I pay attention to how much time I have left, and when I first pick up the load, and then I can figure it out that way. It's not good. I got a clock right up there. Did I look at it? Ooh. Look at it now. Just think it's good. But anyway, I hope I have all my sound settings set up. The music right now is something from Transformers on Sega CD, I think. Not Transformers. Terminator. Starts with the T. It's close. I just went through the repair station for everything. Anyway, for this LP, I think what I'm gonna do... Power. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive around with the you know, El Cheapo container trucks for a while, and just drive around and build up my money, and you know, take the shortcuts when I can, and hire drivers. You know, try to build up my business. That's how it starts up in the beginning. I'm not gonna cheat for money. I'm not gonna put in the cheat code for that. Not that bad. But yeah, some drivers going. Once I get a nice little fleet, hopefully of container trucks, because container trucks you can switch around with. Once you hire container trucks, you can switch around. Then you can switch around right before they're ready to. Oh, there it goes. Just knock the cop off into the lake, and that is why you get. It's starting to rain. I hope it doesn't crash. But that is why you get the bulletproof glass because it's so easy. It's so easy to do something like knock somebody off the road or into a lake or something, and then the cops, they just go after you forever. Of course, the bulletproof glass does not help you against the helicopter bullets. The helicopter just annihilates you. I guess they got armor-piercing rounds or something. And we are not going to make it in first place to Sandy Ridge, by the way, I can tell. If you don't have a shortcut, you are pretty much always the last person to pick up a load going somewhere, so you're always starting in last place, pretty much, as far as I can tell. The only time you ever start in first place is if you switch with somebody else that you hired, and for some reason they always have a big head start. I guess because they don't bother making up the competitors unless the player is playing that truck, and then they're like, oh, we need competitors. Oh, that little truck that I just wrecked. Isn't that nice? But, yeah, it looks like all the rare trucks and stuff are going to be... Even that little pickup truck sometimes doesn't show up with the patch. But yeah, you're just going to run around, make money, switch around to the different drivers. Oh, there's the Peterbilt. Nice. But, switch around to the different drivers, make your money, and then once I have a decent little fleet going, then I'll probably... crap. Something's jammed under my brake pedals. But once I have a nice little fleet going, I'm going to switch to a semi-truck and pull a trailer around for a while. And then that's where you can really build up the cash. And I'm not going to go straight for a Peterbilt or nav vehicle right away. You know, I'm going to maybe wait until I beat the game to get one of those where you get over 50% of the market hired. But until then, I'll probably, you know, there's lots of other container trucks I like the Mack. I really like the Mack. But, yeah. Well, I think we're just hit St. Helena, so we're about 3/4 of the way up to Sandy Ranch, but I'm probably not going to try to limit this to a specific run and all the editing I have to do. I think I'm going to call it here. And we'll just start next time right here outside of St. Helena. So anyway, I'll see you guys later.